The next type of reaction we're going to talk about today is a single displacement reaction. This is the substitute of one element for another in a compound. So the general form is element plus compound turns into element plus compound. I find that a little confusing. There are two general types that we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about metal replacements. So if you want to think of it as metal A, and we've got the compound being BX, in this particular case, A and B are going to undergo a swap. So this will turn into AX plus B. The other type of substitution we could have would be a non-metal. So we think of non-metal Y plus AX, and X is also a non-metal. The non-metals could swap. So we end up with X plus AY. These are the generalized forms. Let's talk about some specific examples. The first one I'm going to talk about here is silver nitrate and copper. Now if you take a look at this video that we have playing right here, that's a copper wire. And that liquid they're pouring in is silver nitrate. So let's write out what that looks like. That would look like copper solid plus AgNO3. Because we can see through it, we can see that it's an aqueous solution. Now if you take a look at the video now, it's starting to turn blue. Now blue is what happens when we have copper nitrate solution. Now if you take a look, they're shaking the wire right now. If you look at the bottom of it, there's a whole bunch of silver at the bottom. This is a silver product. Now the copper nitrate, because that was a solution, that would be AQ. So what's basically happened is the copper and the silver have switched spots. The last thing we need to do in this example is we need to balance it out. And we can see that we would need a 2 here, and we would need a 2 there. So in conclusion, copper solid plus silver nitrate aqueous turns into copper nitrate aqueous plus silver solid. Let's say we want to do the opposite reaction. Let's say we had silver solid and we put it into a copper nitrate solution. The products we would get is no reaction. Nothing would occur. We wouldn't have copper reform and the silver go away. Now how do I know this? What this comes down to is the information listed in the activity series. I've got an example listed here. In your textbooks, the activity series is found on page 164. And what the activity series is basically a cheat sheet to tell you where things are and whether a reaction will occur. Higher up on the list are going to displace things that are lower or down on the list. So if we find copper on here, which is right here, and we find silver right here, silver is not able to displace copper, but copper can displace silver. Copper is higher on the list, so that's where the displacement can occur. So to try an example right here, if we had sodium fluoride, which is aqueous, and we put in some solid lithium, the end result is we would get some lithium fluoride and solid sodium forming. In reverse, lithium fluoride plus solid sodium does nothing. Now using your activity series on page 164, try to predict the following products.